Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Leo, and today we are continuing the Where the Water Tastes Like Wine file. Where we last left off, we had finished up the stories for Shaw, Althea, and Roy. And then, or Ray, sorry. It was either Ray or Roy, I don't remember. And today what we're going to do is, I've already swapped out stories, and we are going to head to Dehaaya. We're gonna head south to Dehaaya since she is the last. She's the next nearest to us. So yeah, I already did my story swapping. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut to when I get there. Let's go ahead and evolve a story and get some money. The kids. The young man murdered by the girl with whom he'd eloped. Okay, so now that story has evolved 3 times. And I need money just in case I want to take the train or something, so I'm going to go ahead and get some here. These folks are setting up a cooking tent in the corner of the fairground. Beyond them, bigger tents are rising like clouds. You want to make some cash? The manager asks. A long, hot day serving funnel cakes and bussing tables in the dining tents, but you're paid well. Excellent. Okay, I was going to make sure I respawned at this city, but now I can't interact with that city, so I guess I'm screwed then. Alright, let's go ahead and see Dehaaya. The hardest days.
It started around the time we would harvest corn. During this season, the Army of the United States of America raided our lands, burned our homes and crops, and killed off our livestock.
Yeah.
The Army told my parents that those who did not surrender would be killed or face death in the harsh winter weather. And so my parents surrendered. Thankfully, I was a strong young girl when we were forced to walk over 300 miles to Huildi, or Bosque Redondo, New Mexico territory.
So was that the Trail of Tears?
I witnessed the death of many of our people, from the wise and caring elderly to the beautiful pregnant women to young babes who were shown no mercy by the U.S. Army. Chickas, my friend, tell me a funny story. I am sure you hear many on the road.
Yeah. Let me see what I got. Okay, well, I might have issues. I just checked and I only have a few funny stories, and I know she likes those. A lot of the ones I have equipped, she already knows. So hopefully this goes well. Tell the story of the man obsessed with a fish in California.
That one made me smile. You told it well. Our home. We were so far displaced from the 4 sacred mountains. The landscape changed. There was no canyon. The crops did not grow in abundance. And the ancestors became a whisper that rode on the breeze when the wind came in from the west. Since that day we stepped foot on Huildi, we were being beckoned home. Chickas, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
Yes, this one's hopeful, right? Okay, cool. Alright, tell the story of the Plaza Theater, which often shows strange and uncanny documentaries.
That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the land, or from themselves. Faith? If it wasn't for the medicine on this earth, our traditional language, and all the prayers and stories the elders passed on to us, we might have perished. Knowing that I was a living, breathing creation story has kept me alive in the face of dread and doubt.
It is interesting to hear how one of the Native Americans was trying to, even if this is fictional, it's based on truth, and it's interesting to hear a little bit about how they were trying to make it during this time.
Chicas, my friend, I need to laugh. Can you tell me such a story?
Mm-hmm. That imperious child asking people to dance for money in the Northwest.
It's good to laugh. Luck? Sometimes I would look into the soul of some of those ill-fated people, and I would still see a breath of kindness and goodwill. Surely they aren't all doomed, or else there's no hope for the days ahead. Chicas, my friend, can you tell me a story that looks to the future with hope?
Okay, so I'm going to have to remember that she wants hopeful and funny stories. Tell the story of the stabbed and bleeding bull near Jackson.
The Tigre are like that too, strong in the face of adversity. That story brings me hope. The heartache I felt for our people was immeasurable, but I felt even more sorrow for these Pilaganas who did not know any better. They appeared unable to think for themselves, and instead followed the orders they were given by cruel, unkind, and morally corrupt men. Chicas, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
Tell the story of the underground network of communist metal workers.
That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the land, or from themselves. Travel. As we passed Tuzidza, I realized that it was the furthest away I had been from home. We were forced to walk over dark, coarse rocks that caused some people's feet to bleed. I held on tight to my medicine pouch, assisted the elders, and tramped forward. And now the sun is rising. I must prepare to leave. I have a long walk this way. Tonight I wondered, what memory do we carry in our blood? What will be passed on to our children through the power of witnessing and feeling the harsh flecks of humanity like sparks from a fire landing against the skin? I am left wondering what will become of our culture and our people once this cycle of inhumanity has run its course. We sing our way through it and look to the holy people for strength and protection. There is an overwhelming vitality in our songs. What songs help you to heal and persevere, Chicas?
Yeah, this is definitely... It's sad that they are like... that they were forced to go through new lives and like travel all that way. And even she even said she felt bad for the soldiers because they were just following orders. They didn't really have any say. All right, I have a lot of stories that I need to swap out. All right, let's go ahead and evolve a story, and then we'll finish Dehaaya. Maybe, who knows? Let's see what this is. The hardware store, the jackrabbit, and the cat. The jackrabbit with mighty antlers. Alright, stories have already been swapped, so let's go. Mountains of the Moon.
We were fortunate. We persevered. Everyone lost someone, and by the end of it, we all felt like we had lost everything.
So, yeah, the travel, the mountains, but the sun, I guess, represents the hope.
Thousands of people covered such a small portion of land. Our people were not used to living in such conditions. That is where we learned how to make fry bread from the rations given to us from the United States Army. Things at Tawilji only got worse as time progressed. And then we were given permission to return back to our sacred ancestral lands. We were told to be grateful for signing such a deal with the US government, but we couldn't help but feel nervous about returning home. Would the land remember us?
I bet the land was changed.
As great a distance as we were from the 4 sacred mountains, I never truly did feel separated from the birthplace of first man and first woman.
Is this what this is? The 4 sacred mountains?
Some swore they could see Tadulza off in the distance, and sometimes I really could see turquoise radiating from the top of the mountain toward the cushion of the sky. No one could have imagined the journey homeward would be harder, but we had no choice. The holy people were calling us home. Shikas, my friend, I need to laugh. Can you tell me such a story?
I think so. What do you already... Oh, tell the story of the zombie who worked in vaudeville.
It's good to laugh.
I tried to make sure to focus on just the story, hopeful and funny, so hopefully this will go well.
Destruction? They tried to destroy the people, our ceremony, and our culture. But we have always been a resilient people. They brought gunfire, disease, and bad food, but each time they tried to break us, we became stronger forces against their inhumanity and prejudice. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that looks to the future with hope?
Yeah, I actually want to tell... I'll go ahead and tell this one, even though it's one, because I would like it to evolve. Tell the story of music echoing off the Red Rocks in Denver.
The Dine are like that too, strong in the face of adversity. That story brings me hope. Our home. They said we were fortunate to return to our sacred homeland. Not every tribe has been allowed the same form of peace and renewal with these unreasonable people. But madness creates the illusion of ownership and responsibility over a proud people who were guided here with the blessings of the holy people. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
Absolutely. Tell the story of the astronomer who found a new star every time he looked into heaven.
That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the land, or from themselves. The past. Looking back at the pain our people have suffered since the Bilagana invaded our homeland, Dine Beke has only brought negative thoughts that create sickness. As Dine, we must not forget the evil ways of this invasive country, but we must also fight this sickness before it infects our future.
Yeah, like... sometimes that's all you can do is look towards the future and try to, like... Yeah, you can't forget the sins of the past, and you can't forget how you were treated, but you also can't let that negativity define the rest of your life, I guess.
Chickus, my friend, tell me a funny story. I am sure you hear many on the road.
Tell the story of the trapped ghost who would turn any old faucet.
That one made me smile. You told it well. Joy. Well, the water was not like the water from Tixil. When the children played, it was a different type of laughter and movement. We learned how to become reliant on one another and to find pleasure in such small things. Chickus, my friend, can you tell me a story that looks to the future with hope?
We'll go ahead and exit since we're done.
Our story doesn't end here. The story is still being told. As long as our language, culture, and traditions are alive and evolving, we are actively telling the story of who we are and where we have come from. But for now, the story of Hawilti is finished. With beauty may I walk. With beauty before me may I walk. With beauty behind me may I walk. With beauty above me may I walk. With beauty all around me may I walk. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty.
I liked that. Achievement unlocked. Dehaaya. A rough turquoise pebble. That looks like a lot more than a pebble. I wonder, there's no period at the end of it. So I wonder if they actually... Did they forget to type the rest of that sentence? Huh. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and evolve a story. The maritime strikers murdered by police. Sounds a lot like the story of the scab with the black eye. Alright, next we're gonna go ahead and see... Oh, excuse me. We're gonna head all the way down south to try and see Fidelina. Yeah. But first, story swap. Alright, we'll go ahead and evolve a story and then visit with Fidelina. Kindly old man. Hearing the songs of angels and demons channeled through a mad lounge singer. Okay. By the grace of God.
Bienvenidos. Come, sit with me. Sit with una vieja curandera. It is safe conmigo. Few brujas would dare attack una curandera. There are some of these witches, though they are strong enough to contend with una curandera. Or foolish enough to try.
Is una curandera, like, is she referring to herself? Or, like God or something?
I work mainly with las curaciones por la gente, pero I have more than un poquito de práctica. With fending off the curses of las brujas.
I have more than enough practice, I think is poquito de práctica. I don't know what las curaciones por la gente pero is though.
It is not for una curandera to take una vida. But I am not afraid to hobble las brujas. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of las brujas on your travels?
Well, tell this one. Tell the story of the gunfire that fills the streets of Chicago all day and night.
Okay. Do you get joy from telling me this?
Is that thrilling? I thought it was scary. Oh well.
Whose authorities do I have? Well, las brujas, they command the will of el diablo, of death. Las curanderas, more than providing la curación for those who want, we guard of people from las brujas. Las curanderas, we work with the will of Dios, of life.
Is she a traveling doctor or
But tell
something?
me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
The indescribable horror living in the farmhouse cellar.
What a good story. Like what mi hermano used to tell me as a girl. In the past, mis niñas, they did not have the gift for las curaciones. But still, I taught them a little so that they could care for their families.
Is that her daughters? Las Niñas?
My youngest,
Probably, yeah.
she was so eager to learn, but las brujas' curse keep her from the simplest remedies. Pobrecita de mi niña. But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Another scary one, huh? Someone who wants nothing but scary stories. Tell the story of pale death tending his flock.
Oh, wow. What a story. Mira mis manos. They are shaking.
Is this bugged or something? The eye didn't go up when I said that.
My choice. I did not choose to become a healer. It was revealed I had el talento para la curación.
I wonder if curación is like medicine and
I choose to honor el talento and learn how to be a good healer.
I wonder if that word that like describes her in the trophy that I don't know, I wonder if that's like a medicine woman.
Las brujas, they could have done good with el talento, pero no, they chose to do evil. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of las brujas on your travels?
Nothing but frightening stories, huh? Tell the story of the... What was this one? Tell the story of the witch who drinks the blood of travelers in New Orleans.
What a good story. Like what mi hermano used to tell me as a girl. Fate and luck? My daughter. It was seen she would have talent for la curación, but una bruja cursed her at the birth. To break one would seal the other. La curandera who trained me, she helped me break the birthing curse.
So, La Curandera is that medicine woman?
But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and leave just because if she's asking for nothing but scary stories, then I'm gonna have to save some for next time.
Ay, estoy cansada. Very tired. Always I am alert for a woman with the talent of la curación, and una bruja intent on destruction. It is a hard life. So much responsibilidad. It wears on an old woman. The journey take me this way next.
North.
Where will you go? I hope we will meet again. There is more I would like to tell you about the life of la curandera.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and evolve the story one more time. Chapter 3 now available. If there's more that she'd like to tell me, it didn't sound final. The spirit of the buffalo which must run each year to protect its kind from extinction. Okay, so I'm gonna swap stories. This sounds like she might have a chapter 4, so I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops. Alright, I took the train up to Santa Fe. Also, I lost health because I looked for work and it was like a freezer thing. And now I lost health because I stayed too long in the cold. But let's go ahead and see and finish out Fidelina, hopefully. My love is stronger. Oh, this is our final chapter.
Hola, hola. Welcome. Sit if you like. The road is hard, and it's good to see a familiar face. I thought to find an ease of mind in the last pueblo I visited, but her husband, he turned me away. He called me bruja, said his daughter will become un doctora, and my ways unwelcome. So I leave, and I do not see mi familia.
So now her ways are being called of ways of the witches, and they're relying more on science.
My familia used to be so united, with respect for las curaciones, las curanderas. The times change quickly. But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness? And the goodness in the world?
Yeah. The story of the heart's total eclipse, which shows everyone in its shadow. Actually, I might... Since that one also has the passenger pigeon, I'll do this one. Tell the story of the brothers who sought one another for 50 years and their spirits still search today.
Mi corazón. That was a good story. Family, it has changed. When I come to the road, I thought maybe some would not welcome me. But not so many. La familia del mundo, it is less open, more frightening. I understand, but it's hard to see the people so broken.
It's the same story. Someone being like, the people are leaving the old ways, and the people who base their lives around those ways are getting left behind.
Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
That's hopeful, right? Yeah. The future New York, a worker's paradise.
What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think.
Is that hope?
I am an old woman, but not yet dead. I'm still free to walk la tierra, to learn, to teach. It is the best way to achieve freedom in this world. In the next world, well, I will know when it is time.
Yeah, no real way to tell what's gonna happen.
But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness? and the goodness in the world.
So you want something but hope now, okay. Tell the story of Heart's total eclipse, which shows everyone in its shadow their one and only true love.
What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think. And love. People come to me now only because they are afraid of losing those they love. They are afraid of my healing, but I am their last resort. La curación, it is weaker because of their fear, but I give it out of love. But tell me a sad story. Lovers separated, family lost? Some story full of tears?
Just so it'll evolve, we'll tell the story of a small corpse on a coal train near Helena. And then we'll quit this.
Qué triste. It is good to listen to these sad stories sometimes. Death began me on this journey. After my husband, que Dios lo tenga en la gloria, died, I knew it was time to leave my village. La comunidad, it changed. And very few who stay would have mi curación. It is my purpose, so I take the road to continue my work. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Alright, we'll go ahead and exit.
I am the last of my brothers and sisters, the oldest of my family. I should be la doña, head of my family, of my village. Una curandera who has trained at least one apprentice into a curandera.
But she hasn't trained anyone. Her ways are going to die with her.
Instead, I am a simple and old woman who wanders alone. My ways, the ways of old, they are being left behind like me. Is it the same for you? Are you being left behind by the world?
Achievement unlocked, Fidelina. Oh hey, Santa Fe is no longer bugged. I can actually visit here. Alright, we'll finish out the episode. I still have a little bit of time, I think, because I'm going to be cutting out a lot because of swapping and stuff. But we will finish out with Rocio. Alright. Did my swapping. Let's go ahead and evolve a story and then visit with Rocio. Singer actress. The lighthouse lamp which would only burn in the presence of true love. Nice. Broken ground.
Word has spread of una huelga, a strike, out in California. It's not uncommon. I have grown used to the frustration and the desperation, seen it rise from its feet and march forth from the fields, but it always ends the same.
With the leaders or police putting a stop to it.
No one listens. We're beaten down into the dirt and are forced to be comfortable with our discomfort. But it sounds different out in the West. Los Filipinos y Mexicanos have settled their differences, turned frustration into strength, strength into action.
Interesting.
I dearly hope I can see it with my own eyes.
So you might join the strikes?
Tell me a funny story. Make me laugh.
Let's see what I got. Tell the story of Casey Jones, the fastest railroader in America.
That one, it sounds untrue. Did you make it up?
Wasn't it funny? I thought it was funny. Was it actually hopeful?
Travel. This is the next big journey of my life.
Weird.
I think. I must keep walking west and reach California.
I could have sworn it was funny instead of like I did it for a hopeful story and got funny instead. I don't know.
Mi mente, my mind is set. I cannot let this chance go. I have to. I need to keep going. Do you know anything funny? Anything I can write home about to mi hijo?
Apparently not. Okay. The Imperious Child. Okay, I'm gonna test something really quick because this one I remember for sure. The newspaper that found the positive side of the dust storms. I did hopeful for this, and then it said no, it was funny. So this one should be funny, right? Okay.
Oh, how funny! Thank you. It is not often that I can laugh. Choice. Well, no matter what we choose, they treat none of us with respect. There are already people out there trying to spin a good movement as una enfermedad, an ill of society. What is it the gringos say? Oh, damned if you do, damned if you don't. That phrase once sounded funny to me. Not anymore.
Yeah, because they put you down if you try to get better, and then if you don't try, then things won't get better.
Now, tell me a funny story. Make me laugh.
Tell the story of that. Actually, Train is the big farmers. Tell the story of the intelligent cows who took over their owner's house.
Oh, if Mijo were here, I would tell him that one. I would like to see his little face laugh.
The eye didn't go up again.
Heaven. Mi tío would tell me that heaven waits for those that stay faithful. I have come to learn that it is more than that. You need to have faith in your own soul. Only then do you reach the presence of Dios, for He exists within it. Maybe you have a good, hopeful story to tell?
Hopeful. Tell the story of the girls who searched for haunted houses.
What a good story. I will remember it for a while. I know. Oh, love. The last time I saw my son. He hadn't yet learned the word amor. When I meet with him again, whenever that may be, will he say it? Will he understand? Will he forgive me? Do you know anything funny? Anything I can write home about to mi hijo?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and exit. Yeah, leave.
El calor feels so intense. Though I'm not sure if it's the weather anymore. I'm not suffocated by it. It's not just heat, it's warmth, reassurance. Can you feel it? I will follow it. This way, to the west. If you go that way, look for me. I hope we can share together in what we find out there.
You didn't go west, though. You went north and east. Story grew in the telling. We'll go ahead and evolve another story, do some swaps, and then we'll finish out Rocio's journey. The cosmic nexus of interdimensional terror in a farmhouse cellar. Okay, interesting. Let me go ahead and swap stuff out. Alright, let's go ahead and evolve a story, and then we'll finish out Rocio. A tale about the newspaper who made up stock prices after Black Tuesday to stave off the depression. Oh, the newspaper who that found the positive side of the dust storm. So now the story is that they faked. They faked the positivity. All right. Rocio, chapter 3. Eagles fill the sky.
I'm happy to see you again. It feels like years have passed. Years of energy once wasted, now keeping me alive with purpose.
Is this just like she can't stop working? Is that why she's a scarecrow?
I would have never imagined myself being here, with my faith resolute, among crowds of new friends and compatriotas. My mother and son's presence with me, easing the pain in my hands and in my body. A blessing from God and from My Lady of Guadalupe gracing me with determination. I move with my hermanas y hermanos as one, and my soul is one, free from the ire of my past. I never thought I'd see myself like this, and I weep with joy that I am. Please share a story of hope with me.
Sure. The story of... Yeah, we'll go with this one. Tell the story of the lighthouse lamp, which would only burn in the presence of true love.
What a good story. I will remember it for a while. I know. Love is all around me now. Talking with these new people, new faces, to hear their voices sharing their troubles, their dreams. I've lived so much of my life keeping to myself. Now, talking, telling stories, and listening fills me up with joy. Maybe you have a good, hopeful story to tell?
You bet I do. The story of future New York, a worker's paradise. She'd really like that one.
What a wonderful story. We need stories like this to give us strength. Freedom. I find it in my new sisters and brothers around me. Their plans for a march. No one knows how long it'll be, but one thing is for certain. Whether it takes 10 or 20 years, nuestro espíritu, our spirit will never fade.
So maybe it's a scarecrow, like she joined the strike, like she stands resolute in her job, and maybe the crows are her companions.
The rumble of our marching feet and the courage in our voices will ripple for decades. The mark we will leave in this country will be engraved in history. I am sure of it. Do you know anything funny? Anything I can write home about to Mijo?
Yeah. Tell the story of the zombie who worked in vaudeville. And that should be it.
Oh, if Mijo were here, I would tell him that one. I would like to see his little face laugh. Change. Now change is everywhere. Shouts of revolucion have spread among the people excitedly. What a beautiful word. The passion and determination when you say it, it cannot be more genuine. But when you do, it can only mean that you're close to making a difference. Maybe you can tell me a story that's a little bit scary?
All right, we're going to go ahead and exit. That was nice.
All your time with me has been generous. You lend me your ear and thus the grace of your soul. I have to leave now. Our encounters will always be in my mind, and I hope they'll be in yours too.
I wonder if if her strikes will go well.
May God be with you, and may La Virgen de Guadalupe guide your way.
Achievement unlocked, Rocio. And we have a simple red pin with a jagged black eagle on the surface. It says boycott grapes. Oh, a small metal figure of a horse tied with a red ribbon. Oh, that must have been, I think I forgot to check what we got from Fidelina. So this must be it. A small metal figure of a horse tied with a red ribbon. And then from Rocio, a simple red pin with a jagged black eagle on the surface. It says boycott grapes. Wasn't there... That was a big thing, wasn't it? Like a grape boycott that happened like in New Mexico or like in the Southwest among like Hispanic workers? Wasn't there like, or I think it happened in California or something? There was a big grape boycott. So that actually ties into history. And with that, we only have 5 stories left. August, Bertha, Cassidy, Franklin, and Rose. So yeah, I'm thinking next week, within my next session of recordings, we're going to be finishing this game. And it has certainly been a journey full of ups and downs. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the end has in store, and I hope you guys are too. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload the next part of the file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.